Hi guys, welcome to session 4 of this Mindful Minutes program. So far we've spoken about the power of the breath, we've spoken about the power of our thoughts and if we can't change it, to change the way we think about it. Last session we spoke about our body as our temple. Have you maybe altered some things in your day-to-day plan that support your body a little more? Have you noticed a difference? Do you feel better? Maybe your emotions are a little more stable. Maybe your mind's a bit clearer. Maybe you have more energy. Maybe you feel more rested. Okay, today's session is going to be perhaps a challenging one for many of you, and it's called Finding Stillness. Now, have you ever heard or practiced meditation? So have you heard of or practiced meditation? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that you have all practiced meditation because we've been doing teeny tiny snippets of it at the end of every session. So well done, you've been there and done that. But today we're just going to talk about the power of stillness. Now, this concept of meditation is quite overwhelming and it's challenging. It is like learning how to ride a bike. I know this firsthand, right? So meditation takes practice. Quieting the mind, finding stillness in the body and the mind, it takes practice. Now, I'm not talking about sleeping. I'm talking about being wide awake, but being still and being quiet. Now, we are so used to being stimulated by so much noise, right? Think about our 5 senses. Think about how every minute of the day you are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching stuff all together at the one time, every minute of the day. So imagine if I created like a show reel of your mind every minute of the day with all your senses alert and seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, all of this stuff. It would be like this crazy show reel of images and sounds and smells and tastes, and it would just be bonkers, right? You'd watch it and you'd be like, whoa, that's insane. I didn't even understand what that is. Okay, that's what's going on in our mind every minute of the day. When we are awake, we have access to all of this stuff around us, okay? So it's no wonder that it's hard to have clear thoughts, that we get overwhelmed with thoughts and emotions, that it's hard to focus because we are so stimulated. And now you throw in the mix of phone, right? Like a phone where you've got scrolling, blue screen, big light, loads of information to take on, super stimulated. So, if we are continually stimulated, if we are continually surrounded by loads and loads of noise, how can we really find the time or find the space to kind of stop, pause, and listen to ourselves? Now that sounds strange, right? Listen to ourselves. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that our body gives us messages all of the time. All of the time. It tells us we're hungry, we're tired, we need support, to calm down, to be more motivated, to say yes, to say no. It gives us these messages. But because we have so much noise surrounding us, because we are so busy, we don't listen to it. So what we end up doing is we end up making choices, saying things, doing things that are not really what we want. And then we find ourselves in these situations where physically we don't feel great, emotionally we don't feel great, we're in an environment or situation that doesn't feel great. And this continues to happen over and over every day for lots and lots of our lives. Now, what I've learnt from applying meditation and finding stillness every single day through my yoga, through my mindfulness and through my meditation is that, wow, my body is so powerful at giving me messages that I often make the right choice. I often feel like I am guided to make the right choice because I've stopped and I've listened. I haven't let what he said affect me so much, or what I saw affect me so much, or what I read affect me so much. So today we're going to practice finding some stillness. And I said that this is going to be tricky because lots of people don't like being still. Actually, I'll rephrase that. Most people don't like being still. Do you like being still? I'm going to ask that question to you. Do you like just sitting and chilling? Are you good at sitting and chilling? Like where your mind's not too crazy. You don't even have to have the telly on. You can just kind of sit and daydream and chill and you're okay with that. If you do, great. What about those of you that don't? Those of you that are like, no way, I can't sit still. No, my mind's too crazy. I get bored too quickly. I can't do it. Is that you? And if it is, please don't panic. That was me too, right? Today, I'm going to teach you some tools on how to try and find some stillness and how it's really, really powerful in supporting us in becoming more aware. Remember, mindfulness is being aware and present. Do you know what I mean by being present? Being here right now. So can you now check in on your presence? Okay? Where are you right now? Did you listen to what I've been saying for the first 6.5 minutes? Have you taken what I've said on board? Or did you let your mind wander? Were you distracted? Did you block me off already from listening or gaining anything from what I've said? So we're going to do a little meditation today. We're going to do about a 4-minute meditation. Okay, that doesn't sound like long, but for those of you that are not used to sitting still for 4 minutes and trying to be, calm and still, that might be a challenge. And if it is, so fine. So what I want you to do before you start is get yourself in a position where you know you're going to be comfortable and be able to be still for about 4 minutes. Now, I invite you to try not to fall asleep. Try not to. If you do, hey, it's okay. You needed the rest. Listen to your body. But if you can, just try and still be alert wherever you are lying or sitting. So go on then, find your comfy spot. Okay, and we're going to start our meditation by breathing, and then I'm going to guide you a little. Okay, so just listen to my voice, just like you're listening to a recording of something. And from there, hopefully you slip into a little bit of stillness. Okay, rest your palms either by your side if you're lying down or on your knees. And if you feel comfortable, can you close down your eyes? Okay, we're just going to start by doing some deep belly breaths. So don't worry about counting today. We're going to do 3 rounds of diaphragmatic breathing. So when you're ready, big breath in. And a big breath out. And again, big breath in. Notice how the belly inflates, the chest rises. And a big breath out. Can you do one more big breath in? And a slow, steady breath out. Okay, I want us to start drawing our attention to this exact moment in time. So maybe your mind wants to think about what happened yesterday or this morning before you did this session. Maybe it's busy thinking about what happens after this session. Maybe you're noticing that you're feeling hungry and you're thinking about food, or maybe your mind's going, this is so boring, I can't wait for this 4 minutes to be over. Just notice what your mind is saying now. And I want to invite you to let those thoughts be there, but don't feel like you have to grab onto them or, kind of wear them and own them. Just kind of notice that they're there. They're just thoughts. It's not who you are. They're just thoughts. And by thinking those thoughts, you're taking yourself away from being present in this moment, from being really, really here and still. So now notice perhaps what your body's feeling. Is it giving you any strange sensations? Maybe your legs are fidgeting or your fingers. Maybe it's feeling super duper relaxed, like you could just nestle into sleep right now. Just notice your body, and if it's not feeling relaxed, what could you do right now just to kind of soften it a little bit, just to allow it to feel more chill? Maybe you could relax your shoulders. Maybe you could rest your tongue back on the roof of your mouth. Now notice what it feels like just to be here. So we're not caught up in our mind. We're not caught up in our body. We're just sitting quietly in this space, being still and being quiet. Noticing that everything else around us is not really important right now. All you have to do is just be still and quiet. And if the mind starts to race or the body starts to give you lots of signals, just again acknowledge them. So know that they're there, and then don't think about them again. Just kind of notice and then let that go. Notice and let that go. I want you to place your right hand on your heart. I just want you to breathe into your palm and breathe your palm back into your skin. Just notice what your heart is feeling right now. Maybe you can't really sense into what your heart's feeling. Maybe it feels a little closed over, like there's a door that's closing it. Maybe it's feeling emotions like sadness. Perhaps it's racing quite fast, you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe it's just kind of calm and there. Whatever it is, just notice it again. Don't panic about it, don't attach to it, just notice it. Just continue to connect with the feeling of your hand on your heart, like your hand is giving your heart a hug. Letting it know that it's okay. Often when I find stillness, I put my hand somewhere to help support me, and this is a really nice example of that. Okay, from there, take your palm away from your heart and gently blink open your eyes. You are in fact still then for 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Can you believe that? Well done. That's a good med. That's a really good meditation. There's a worksheet now that will be dedicated to last session and this session. So enjoy doing that. Have the best day. Find some quiet moments if you can. And until next time, namaste.